Hope you're doing well. I am. Went to the park today. It was nice. We have a park here that people can, it's a county park, and they can put boats in the water over on the river, and jet skis. So there are just people, it was a gorgeous day, and people were jet skiing around. It's just fun. It's nice to watch. Nice, pleasant, calm Sunday. A little bit out of Vedanta. Your desires, no doubt, decide the course of your life, but then it is not a particular desire that decides it. It is the compound of all your desires. The total effect of your desires decides the course. It is called the resultant desire. This is interesting. I'm going to read this whole section because it makes a lot of sense to me when I read this. The resultant desire. So it's not one desire that you have in life. It's that you have, so, you can think, okay, well, I always wanted to be an astronaut, right? Or I wanted to be a mother, and say that that's what you wanted it, but that didn't work out. Well, it's not that you had that one desire and that didn't work out. It's that you have like this whole spectrum of desires, and they radiate out, and maybe they don't all. So here's the desire of the one main thing that you want, but you have these other desires that are kind of taking you off track for that. Here's a diagram of it. So let's continue. The parallelogram law of forces in physics explains this phenomenon as illustrated below in figures 1 and 2. Consider an object in position 0, free to move in all directions. Two equal forces act upon it, one force horizontally, the other vertically. The object will then move neither in this direction or in that direction, but diagonally, right? Because you have the two forces, one going this way, one going that way. So if the object is here and these forces, then the thing goes that way, right? If they're equal forces. The object will then move neither horizontally or vertically, but diagonally. There is no force operating along the diagonal, so nothing is pushing it. You know this if you play pool, right? Yet, the object moves diagonally. The force that drives the object along the diagonal is called the resultant. And if you were good in math, you would remember this, and physics. The resultant force is the effect of both forces, which is why I always say math is like the most important thing. So many Americans, I honestly think this is like the downfall of the American culture, is our lack of knowledge of math. And so many people think that it's not that big of a deal, and like it's cool or okay to not know math. It's neither cool nor is it okay. It's really, really terrible if you don't know math. Know some, because let me tell you, everything is math. Everything in life is math. You want a mortgage, you want to buy anything, buy a house, play the stock market, it's all math. Let more forces be applied on the object, several forces of varying strength and direction. Then the resultant would be the total effect of all those forces. Let it be diagonal number 2. Then the object will move along diagonal number 2. Here again, the resultant force may not be in the direction of any one of the forces acting upon it, yet the object will move in that direction. The same phenomenon takes place in your life. Each has, the total effect place in your life. Your life is ordered by your resultant desire, not any one, but you will move, I keep missing the line. Your life is ordered by your resultant desire, the total effect of all your desires. Innumerable desires operate in you. Each has its own strength and direction, but you will move in the direction of your resultant desire, which may not be in the direction of any one of your desires. That should explain why your life may not always be in line with any particular desire. That is the law of life, which applies to every individual throughout the world. And that made total sense to me. I mean, why did I not get that before? It makes me put something in math terms and I totally get it. Like, that makes total sense. I wish I would have learned that earlier. I mean, if they would have explained life in terms of math, I probably would have gotten it better. Maybe we need to do more of that, study more of that. Okay, Pain Stream book. No reference to these three. Problems are guidelines, not stop signs. Good to remember. Every hardship is an opportunity in disguise. If you don't know the struggle, you don't know the strength. That's a good one. Dear friends, don't be surprised at the fiery trials you are going through, as if someone strange were happening to you. This probably means something. Instead, be very glad. You will have the wonderful joy of sharing his glory. 1 Peter 4:12-13. Yes. And again, no reference for this one. When all you owned was taken from you, you accepted it with joy. You knew you had better things waiting for you in eternity. Yes. So good. I love doing this. I'm sorry. I do. Because it's good for me. You know, I wrote all this stuff, and I went through it once out of struggle and pain, and now I'm reading it all again, and it's good reminders. I certainly wouldn't do all of this again, that's for sure. So it's good to be able to go back and review it, and it strengthens my internal space. So thank you for that. I hope it's helping you. When you go through deep waters and great trouble, I will be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. When you walk through the fire of oppression, you will not be burned up. The flames will not consume you. Isaiah 43:2. Lesson 293. And the next two poems are from Jalaluddin Rumi, translated by Andrew Harvey from A Year of Rumi. Lesson 293, A Mystery of Light. Don't be sad any longer. Your sadness is blasphemy. Blasphemy against the hand of splendor, pouring you joy. Why batter your head forever against the jail wall? Look, the door has swung open to a rose garden. A mystery of light is melting the barred windows. Why go on gaping and slavering like a whore at the fading paintings on the bathhouse wall? Lesson 294, Spit at the Moon. He's so impactful with his words. I guess that's the translator too, right? Spit at the moon. The spit flies back in your eyes. Try to tear his robe. It's your own that tatters. A million fools boil angrily in this cauldron. Don't you know yet resignation is the way to truth? One day, a hedgehog swallowed the tail of a snake, threw back its head, rolled itself into a ball, and what did the snake do, poor idiot? It rammed itself against the hedgehog's spines and screamed and died, riddled all over with wounds. Had it had patience, it might have wriggled free. Life lessons. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a good day. Peace out.